stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Is big tech's run finally done?
I don't think so, Brian. I don't think we're going back to the abacus or even to the slide rule. It's a world of chips. There's a shortage of chips. We're dealing with that right now. We aren't. Well, as investors, we have to deal with it. But the tech companies are dealing with it. Probably just the way we got a warp speed vaccine, we'll get warp speed chips. You never know.
Unbelievable. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. This is where you get the truth. And the truth is big tech over with? No, of course not. You're not going to get rid of big tech. It's part of our lifestyle. But here's what's going to happen in the near term. In the near term, if you're in those stocks, you're going to get hurt. Also, what's going to happen, especially if you're in the internet stocks, you'll get really hammered. That's the one place you don't want to be. Now, what's going to happen is this. We're going to see, and I told my members this, you're going to see in the next week, and we started to see a little bit of it yesterday, where at the end of the day, people start to come in and start buying big tech again. Because this is what you're going to hear. You're going to hear on all these fake business news networks, you're going to hear, oh, hey, big tech, it's on sale. It's on sale. You got to get back into big tech. And they're going to get everybody running back into big tech, and they're just like they did with the dot-com days, right before it crashed. You get this big snapback. And then it's not going to make a new high. It's going to fail, and people are going to really get hurt. And who are the people going to hurt the most? The people on margin. People who are borrowing money, who are going to come in. They're going to listen to the fake business network people. How wonderful. Thank God these stocks have dropped. Thank God they went down. Now you got to buy them. No, that's not what you do. Unless you're really a good trader, you can make money on a snapback. We know how to do that because we know how to get out. We know how to get out of stock. 85% of you people don't know how to get out of stock, and 85% of you people lose money. So the idea is if you listen to them and you start seeing these tech stocks go up in the next couple of days or next couple of weeks, don't fall for the sucker's play. Because what's going to happen is inflation is going to continue. Because we're going to keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. They're going to do more and more stimulus. This is all they're interested in, is stimulus. They have a Christmas tree full of programs. It's the same thing Obama did. He didn't care about jobs. He didn't care about what he cared about was the welfare economy. That was his whole thing. Build this welfare economy. That's exactly what's going on here. Now, for the stock market, we can make money. If you know how to get out of a stock and they rotate back into the big tech stocks, especially the internet stocks, those are the ones that are going to get clobbered. Do you know the internet stocks? The last time we had the crash, they went down 78%. It's going to happen again. But you're going to get this rally first. Always happens. Drops like it's dropping. Fake business news network comes in, convince people they're on sale. They're nice and safe now. Get in. It's a good buy. And you get into those things. You don't know what you're doing. And then you don't know when to get out of them. And then you get hurt. You got to know when to get out of these things. But better yet, you got to know once you rally back up, that fake rally we're going to have in these, not only do you need to know how to get out, but you need to know how to make money on the way back down. That's where the big money's going to be made, on the way down. I'm so sick of listening to this garbage. I've seen it. I've been through a lot of crashes, and I've seen it. It's always the same thing. As soon as the market comes down a little bit, people say, oh, that's it. That's the end of it. That's the end. Get in now. And these poor people that come in, they don't know what the hell they're doing. And you know right now, margin is so huge. People are borrowing so much money. More money now than during the dot-com, during the housing con. We're run rate is at $1 trillion. Only a few months ago, we were at $850 billion. We're almost at $1 trillion. And the margin is like when the market starts to crash and these people have no idea what they're doing. And when their broker calls and says, oh, you got to meet your margin. You got to send me a check for $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. They go, oh, no. I'll just sell my stock. It's like putting fuel. It's like putting kerosene and gasoline on a fire. It's unbelievable.
If anybody Googles the words chart of margin, you will see that margin leverage has skyrocketed over the last 6-7 months.
That's right. But nobody's talking about it. They should be talking about that every day and protecting the people if they're not. So, yes, there's going to be some buys. But not now. Right now, if you had the skill, and it's not hard to do, especially if you got the color-coded chart that tells you when to sell short, this is where you start making money, where you have control. You don't have control of a stock if you just know how to buy a stock. I tell you that all the time, because that means you only can buy stocks. You got to trade to perfection. You got to invest to perfection. But once you learn how to take the other side of the transaction, like the pros do, where the stock starts going down and then you sell it short, what a difference does that make? What a difference. Can you imagine you're trying to make money in the stock market where you got to pick only stocks that are going up? Are you nuts? Because I always say this to you, and it's hard to get across. People don't listen. If you bought a stock at $10 and it went up to $60, and then you say, I better get out because it's starting to go down, what are you going to get out and go to? The stock you're going to go to, it too is up 40% or close to it. It could be up 30%. Or the other stock you may go to, that may be up 25, 30, or 40% or 60%. It's like buying a house 20 years ago for $450,000 or $400,000. Now you go ahead and you say, I'm going to sell the house because it's worth, $700,000. You get your money. Now you go look for another house. You go, oh, wait a minute. I made a mistake. I'm getting half the house for $1 million. I had a 3,000 square foot house. Now for $1 million, I can get a 1,500 square foot house. I should have stayed with my old house. I didn't gain anything. What's the same thing with the stocks? Same thing with stocks. When you're in a stock and it rallies, you sell into that rally, you turn your position, and when the stock starts going down, you just sell it. Just sell it. So easy. It's just unbelievable, the stuff they're telling us. Like another lie. We were told by the government about this new American Jobs Plan. Yeah, Washington's giving us this new American Jobs Plan. They said, quote, American Jobs Plan is an investment in America that will create millions of good jobs, rebuild our country's infrastructure, and position the United States to outcompete China. What a lie. Wrong. This plan is actually going to do the opposite. It's going to shrink the economy. It's going to hurt jobs. Because this is all this stimulus spending, remember, has long-term effects. It's going to be negative, net negative. It's not going to be positive because they're proposing to finance it by what? Raising corporate taxes. Isn't that stupid? Which directly reduces private sector investment. What are you, nuts? More when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Warning, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, join my gang free for 10 days. You get the color-coded chart, and you get the membership. And every morning, you're invited to our coffee talk. Starts about 8 to 8:30. We get you all set up, tell you exactly what's going to happen with the market that day, what we expect to happen. And then we do a live class from 9:30 until 11, where you could ask your questions about your stocks. What should we do with this stock or that stock? I start out first, teaching. For 30 minutes, I do patterns, pattern recognition, how to use the color-coded chart, when to buy, when to sell, when not to, different patterns. There's only like 6-7 patterns. Once you lose those patterns, you got it made. That's it. Especially when you're assisted with the color-coded chart that follows the money, tells you when to get in, tells you when to get out, tells you when to add. You don't need some broker tell you. This is more accurate than any broker because there's no emotion. There's no emotion. It's just a simple color code, and it shows a color. When there's big money coming in, it's green. If stocks are going up and there's not enough money coming in, which means this is very important. When stocks go up, many people get caught. Stock goes up, they think, oh, good, stock's going up. I'm going to go buy another 1,000 shares, 500 shares. They have no idea the stock is going up, but it's being rigged up, and there's not enough buyers to sustain that rally, and it's going to come right back down, and you lose money. The color-coded chart will not turn red right away if that's the case. I mean, green right away. It'll stay red. Then as it starts to change and a little more money comes in, it'll turn yellow. Then finally it turns green. So you got total control, and you have the same control on the way back down. Now listen to this. This is Kramer today. This is what he said.
Oh, my stock has been crashing since dinosaurs roamed the earth, and I'm wondering what in the world is going on with Broadcom, AVGO.
Oh, look, we on it for action alerts. I mean, look, it's a high multiple stock. It's got a lot of people spooked because it does make parts for Apple. People worried about Apple. I think that's crazy. It's supported by a dividend. It's got great management. We decided on our conference call that I'm going to do Thursday for the club that we're going to bless it. We just think it's too cheap to sell. This is fractionalertsplus.com, my travel trust. So I'm holding on.
Are you kidding me? He's going, great management. What do we care about great management? Who determines that? And he says that he feels that this stock is. People get a little nervous about Apple because they send parts over to Apple and get a little nervous. But I'm staying. I'm blessing it. When did he become a priest? Are you kidding? Anybody that understands charting is telling you this has got a typical pattern, and it's telling you that money is coming out of the stock. Money's starting to come out of the stock. It's still green. But the pattern is still showing, okay, that money is starting to come out. You want to be out of this stock. And this is going to turn red any moment. It's going to turn red any moment, and you're going to catch a very nice short on this stock. But see, the idea is to tell you that he's going to bless it. That's why you should be in it. Are you kidding me? That's like Satan going to bless a chapel. And he's got good management. What's he go to the board meetings? Does he see the books every day and go to the board meetings and sales? And does he meet with the managers and talk with them? How's he know that? He doesn't. He doesn't know that. That's called noise. You want to watch one thing. Is money going in or is money going out? And is there enough money going into the stock? Is there enough money? If you're buying the stock, is there enough money going into it? A stock can stay green, but it can start coming down because you know that there's not enough money going into the stock. They're starting to take money out. And you'll identify that immediately. It's crazy. Listen to that. It's nuts. It's crazy. So, when you buy a stock, first of all, you got to make sure you're in the right sector. You want to be where the money's going. There's 11 sectors in the market. They're going to drive you to the sector they have money in. Fake business news networks. Like Vardy, he's always going to drive you to Microsoft because he is in Microsoft. All these guys, Kramer, all of them, they're going to drive you to where they have stocks. Drive you to where they have stocks. Instead of putting you in a position where you should be based on where the money is going instead of where they're going. But they want you to follow them. Don't follow them. Follow where the money is going. And that's what a color-coded chart does for you. So we're told that we got this American Jobs Plan. Don't you love these names? I like to meet the person who make up these names. American Jobs Plan. I mean, some of these names they come up with, unbelievable. CARES Act, like they really care. Homeland Security should have been Homeland Unsecurity. Who comes up with these names? The Family Act. The Family Protection Act. It's all lies. Just like this American Jobs Plan is not going to create any jobs. You know, just like this infrastructure plan. That's a joke. Here's what they don't tell you. You know, they'll say to you that everything's going terrific, that this job plan is going to be fantastic. We're going to be able to compete with China because of my jobs plan. And I don't care if the jobs plan is Democrat or Republican. I could care less. They're all the same. They're all the same. The problem is they're saying the way we're going to pay for it is we're going to raise corporate taxes, which means they're raising taxes on everybody. Go to the gas pumps. Go buy some chicken today. Go get a prescription. Inflation hits everybody. When you raise corporate taxes, that's inflation. That's going to affect you. It doesn't just affect the corporations. People are going to get laid off from these corporations. A guy gets laid off from a corporation, 5 other people get laid off. The guy at the donut shop, the guy at the dry cleaners, all the way down the line. It's just unbelievable what they tell us. We'll be back with more. Hope you're listening to my show on my YouTube channel. Be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, we're hearing every day how they're saying how our economy is going to grow 6 to 8%, which is a bold-faced lie. It can't happen. It's impossible. You listen to this.
We're certainly going to have real GDP increasing 6 to 8%.
We are in a boom, all right? We're going to get 8, 9, 10% growth in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's really working out well, right? Look at the market down today. Again, the Dow's down 637 points. I told you this was going to happen. The Nasdaq's down 336 points. We've been down about 3 weeks in a row. The Nasdaq. These stocks are so overpriced, it's incredible. This is going to happen. But you should be making money as this market's going down. You should look today and say, God, the Dow's down 645 points. I'm going to make money with the market going down. If you can't do that and you're only trying to make money with the market going up, you can. I'm not saying you can't. But what a difference when you know how to make money when the market goes down. I'll give you an example. I was talking about this morning with my members. I said, let's say you buy a stock and it went from $20 and then it went up to, let's say, 30, and then you go to add to it, and then instead of going up to 31, it comes down to 28. Well, you panic. You panic. Get me out. Get me out. Well, wait a minute. Stop looking at the price of stocks. The worst thing you can do is look at the price. Look at the trend. The trend. That's what our chart does. It shows the trend of the money. So somebody will get a stock at 20, goes to 30, they add on at 30. Instead of going to 31, it goes down to, let's say 28. Now they're frustrated. Now they get out. They get out. And then the minute they get out, it goes up. They say, God, every time I get a stock, it goes down. I get out, it goes up. Because they don't understand. Stop looking at the dollar on the right-hand side of your chart. I always told you that's a killer. Anybody that's investing in a stock and you look on the right-hand side of the chart where all the dollar amounts are, that will drive you crazy. The other thing that will drive you crazy is when a stock pulls back to 28 from 30. You're going to say, I got to get out. Well, wait a minute. If you understand, first of all, if it's still green on our chart, it means money's still going in. People take profits. People take profits. But if you're going to every day live and die by where that stock is, where it indicates is it one, it was a 30 today, now it's 28. I better get out. You're going to go nuts because every day stocks go up and down, up and down, up and down. The smoothing mechanism we have on our site is called trend. Throw the charts out. You don't need. The candlesticks out. You don't even need them. All they do is screw you up. Candlesticks screw with your emotion because you're holding your breath there. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it going up? Is it going down? And you look at it. That's insane. You're looking for the trend of money because the trend, it takes. When the trend changes, it just doesn't. It's not like turning around a speedboat. It's like turning around the Queen Mary. It takes time. So you got plenty of time to adjust yourself. And the big adjustment is taking profits and turning your position to sell short. When you look at it today with the market down 653 points, and you're thinking about buying, are you nuts? Now, the reason things are going to get worse, because, as I say, they've been lying to us. They're telling us this jobs plan is going to be fantastic. Well, it's not going to be fantastic because they're paying with it by raising corporate taxes. When you raise corporate taxes, that means companies, corporations, okay, that means their earnings are going to be less. So that means they're not going to buy new equipment. They're not going to buy new machinery. They're not going to give you new equipment so that you can produce more. They're not going to give you any kind of improved machinery. So the assembly line workers can produce more in output per hour worked. Why would they give you equipment so you can produce more in output per hour worked? Remember, productivity, output, is linked to increased working wages. When you have better tools, better machineries, the quantity of the products that you produce increase and the quality, which means they can sell the products more and you make more money. But when you go in, so instead, your wages aren't going up. Don't tell me you're not going to be taxed. Your wages aren't going up. Matter of fact, you're going to go from full-time to part-time. Boom, you're being taxed. And every day, as the government keeps borrowing and borrowing and borrowing and borrowing to carry the debt, that's inflation. Go take a look at your gasoline prices. Go take a look at meat prices. Go look at prescription drugs. That's tax. That's tax. So when you also understand, when the government keeps borrowing, it's called crowding out. What does that mean? Well, when the government keeps on raising their debt, more debt. So the higher the debt, the less economic growth. Now, they're calling for 6 to 8%, 10%. Well, that's a lie, because if you go look at our debt to our growth, we're at 101. When you're under 90, look over the last 20 or 40 years, when your debt to growth ratio is under 90, you will average 3.5% economic growth. When it's over 90, you're in trouble. You lucky to get above 2.5%. But we're at 101%. So they're lying. They should be telling you they're going to get that GDP growth 6 or 8% because it's coming from such a low base. but it's not sustainable because our debt to our growth is at 101, and anything over 90%, you're screwed. And we're at 101%, but they're not going to tell you that. It's the truth. And here's the other thing: the government will turn around. They owe all this money. They got to borrow. How do they borrow? They'll say to you, "I'll sell you a treasury." They have treasury auctions. So the private sector says, "Wait a minute, I have money in my savings account. I'm getting a rate of 0.4 basis point. They're going to offer you in a treasury 161 basis points. The bank's only going to offer you 0.4 basis point. Not even 1 basis point, 0.4 basis point. So you're going to shift, all these savers are going to shift their money out of the banks to treasuries for these higher returns. The problem becomes this. Government starts investing in this so-called infrastructure. The problem, government does nothing well. They're inept. They're bureaucrats. They don't know how to create jobs. Give you an example, or create jobs. They don't know how to do anything right. Example, the city of New York, after 6 years and $13 trillion, they still did not complete an ice skating rink in Central Park. An entrepreneur named Trump came and said, I'll finish it. He started. It only took him 4 months and $3 million. What took the government 6 years and $13 trillion. Why? Because the government does nothing well. When the government tries to do something, everything is affected by politics. For example, when the city planned to build the rink, the type of fuel used for refrigeration for the ice was all political. Who's going to get the contract? Democrat, Republican? When Trump built the rink, he only worried about getting a reliable refrigeration unit. And the person knows how to put it in. There was no politics. The city also had to abide by these bureaucratic standards in a bid. You had to have so many people that were colored, so many people that were Chinese, so many people were this, so many people that. All these crazy bureaucratic standards. Trump, when he hired people, he didn't care if they're black, white, brown. He didn't care as long as they were going to get the job done. And government never gives you an incentive. Government never gives an incentive to give a job done quickly. When is the last time the government gives anyone an incentive to do well or get something done quickly? They don't. Trump did. And that's why he came in at 4 months, what took them 6 years. So you're telling me we're going to have this great American jobs plan? We're going to compete with China? What are you, nuts? More on stocks when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so we've been purchasing, and I told my members for some time to buy the ETFs because the VIX index identifies there's going to be a lot of volatility in the market. Now, having the skills, my members, to make money going long, as well as when they reverse and the stocks go down short, what a big opportunity that presents. Otherwise, it's like taking a $100 bill. If you only know how to make money going up, it's like cutting a $100 bill in half. That's crazy, right? You wouldn't do that. So you got to think of it. Why would I go into the stock market only know how to buy? So I'll give you an example. The builders. There's this big craze in building. Building. Everybody's building. Everybody's going nuts building, right? Okay, so from the time it turned green, DHI, that's the builder that we were involved with, D.H. Horton, and they specialize in startup homes. It went up 40%. Now, I'm not saying every gang member made 40% because not all gang members get in at the same time. But here's what's nice. Every stock becomes a profit center, like a little business. And when it's turned green, some get in early, some get in the middle. It doesn't really matter where they get in. As long as at the end of the month, they're making a profit. The end of the month. Our goal each month is to have a profit. And what we do is we use the color-coded chart to assist us in letting us know where the money is going. I'd rather listen to that than listen to this nonsense that we heard today.
Oh, my stock has been crashing since dinosaurs roamed the earth. And
All right. So his stock's been crashing. Why isn't he shorting it? You see, that's my point. Why would you sit there with a stock going down and hope and pray? Why would you hope and pray? Because the geniuses on CNBC are telling you that. Larry Kudlow, he said that's his deal.
I buy it and I hold it and I just pray.
Yeah, see? So when stocks go down, they're just praying. Just like this guy, he was praying. Isn't that silly? What else would you do that with that's going down? Anything's going down. You're gonna spring into action. The air's coming out of your tire. You're gonna spring into action. Or you're gonna sit on the side road and watch it come down and just pray. Hail Mary, full of grace. And the thing's going down. You got to go into action. Spring into action. All right? If you're flying, a helicopter or plane and your fuel's running low, don't you spring into action? Well, why is it with a stock you don't spring into action? You just sit there and pray. You pray. Nothing wrong with praying. I think praying's great. But I'm sure the Lord's taking care of his own stocks, not worry about yours. He's busy shorting. Are you kidding me? So the thing you got to understand, we have 11 sectors in the market. You got to go into the sector, first of all, where the money's going. Now, so we went into the builders. And we started to buy, when things started to get a little funky, I said to everybody, let's switch to the ETF for the builders. Let's switch to the ETF for industrials. And steel. Steel was up, I think, about 30%. The ETF, you own all the steel stocks. So at times, you should be in the ETF in the basket of stocks. Now, put all your eggs in one basket and watch the basket. Put all your eggs in one basket and watch the basket. That's ETFs. So when you see the VIX index tell us that we're going to have a lot of volatility, which it does, I moved my members to the best power stocks, the best ETFs. Now, when those start breaking down, we're going to know because the color code on the chart is going to change. It's going to identify for us money is coming out. And then they're going to be prepared. They're not going to panic in a stock. Let's say they bought DHI, and let's say they bought, I don't know, steel, and went up 57%. So what are they going to do? Get out of steel when it starts breaking down and go try to find another stock? Well, those stocks have been up too. So you got to turn around and switch your position and let it short. Look, I can tell you here the future, what's going to happen. All right? I've been telling you this was coming. How long have I been telling you that big tech's going to lead? And here we are. The Dow's down 700 points today. Okay? The Nasdaq's down 371. I told you this was going to happen. And my members are happy because they're shorting stocks. And you're sitting there doing what? Praying. You're praying. You're praying with this guy, Kudlow. And at least Varney was honest.
Don't ever take investment advice from me.
That's right. At least he was honest. He should have included, don't take investment advice from me or Larry Kudlow. Our government keeps expanding. We're getting bigger and bigger. That means our national debt is getting bigger and bigger. And now they're saying they're going to do all these infrastructure projects. First problem, they take jobs away from the private sector. You know, people don't realize that. When you have a bridge job, and it's only a short period of time they're going to build a bridge. So they take and steal the people from other good jobs, and now those jobs lost people. It's going to hurt the economy. You know, infrastructure doesn't help the economy. It really doesn't. Because first of all, the money that they're borrowing is convincing you to take your money out of the savings banks and put the money into treasuries, which means they're going to take the money and invest it. Are you nuts? Now, when the entrepreneurs go to the bank, let's say when Trump was going to go to the bank and borrow money to do that ice skating rink, and he got crowded out because the government was saying, hey, I'm going to give you 2% on treasuries. At the bank, they're only giving you 0.25%. Well, most of the money left the bank and went to treasuries, went to the government. So Trump and all these folks, they're not going to borrow the money because, first of all, there's not enough money there. So they're going to say, you know, they're not going to give you a good interest rate at the bank. You got crowded out. So they're not going to take money and invest. See, that's the problem. When the bigger the debt, the more they crowd you out the government. The bigger the debt, they go in and offer higher rates on treasuries, and all those savings come out of the bank and goes to the government. And they use the money terribly. They don't create jobs. They don't know what the hell they're doing. But if you leave the money in the bank and stop offering these big treasuries, so there's a bunch of money in the bank so entrepreneurs can build the country, not the government. They don't know what to do. Government, their job isn't to create jobs. Their deal is to get out of the way, get rid of all the bureaucrats, all the regulations, make sure there's money that's in this banks, so that entrepreneurs can go and create, and that's how you build the economy. So this thing that you think the government's going to announce all these jobs and everything's going to be, it's BS. The more they borrow, the more inflation, the more these big tech stocks are going to collapse. So you got to know how to short. So join my gang for 10 days free, for heaven's sakes, for free. And you see how it works. But nobody gets the crowding out. You ask anybody, what's crowding out? They have no idea. So just explain to them. Crowding out means you get screwed. The American people get screwed. Because when you take an entrepreneur on one hand and the government on the other hand, and the entrepreneurs can't have access to money because the government ran in and pushed you back, and they took all the money, and they're going to take the money and do projects, just like they did with the ice skating rink. Can you imagine if Trump couldn't got the money to do the ice skating rink, if there wasn't enough money in the bank? The reason why there was money in the bank because savings rates were high back then. So he could go to the bank and get that money and build the ice skating rink, and he built it in 4 months, which took them 13 years. But that's what the government does. The government it gives people incentive to get jobs done quick. But you in the private sector, you do that with everybody. If somebody's going to paint your house, hey, I'll give you a bonus if you get it done in a week. I'll give you this, you get it done in 2 days. Government says, no, don't hurry up. Don't hurry up. Stretch this out. And somebody's really working hard on a project, they'll fire him because he's setting a bad example. He's working fast. He's productive. They fire him. So all this crap they're telling us about how great the economy is going to be is a lie. All this crap they're telling you how we're going to sustain economic growth at 6 or 8% when our debt to equity, is 101%. And go back in history, and any time it was below 90%, you get 3.5%. When it's above 90%, when it's above 90%, you can get below 90%, you get 3.5. When it's above 90%, you get like 2.5 GDP growth. And when you're at 101, you're screwed. That's where we are right now. Look, there's nothing better than being in the stock market if you have control. Now, if you get in a car, isn't it wonderful when you first got your license and you got in a car, but you had control? But if you don't have control, you didn't know what you're doing, you wouldn't enjoy it. You go take up skiing. If you don't have control, you don't enjoy it. It's the same thing with the stock market. Just buying stocks gives you no control. Join my gang free for 10 days. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Look up Working Investors. Join the Working Investor Group. And please remember to listen to my radio show on my YouTube channel. Please help St. Jude. See you on the charts.
Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.